Do you treat your dog as part of the family? Well, so do we. So why not celebrate your pup's birthday with the ultimate party box? Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Party Pup Info, and let us make your pup's party or any celebration perfection.
Dad, I'm so hungry. Well, son, I don't usually take care of you and your three sisters, but this morning I'm feeling generous. So here's a box of Whataberry cereal. Son, with every heaping spoonful, you'll get the taste of heaping dog shit. And as you eat every bowl, you'll learn to lose your morals and talk bad about people and tell a bunch of lies. But if that's not good enough, within every box is a knife where you can best backstab your best friend. Yes, Whataberry cereal. Enjoy it, son. This'll be the last thing you ever get from me. What a day.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monty DeFaro, only seen here out of Tin Mirror Studios in Kings Park, New York, and on the other side of the planet, the States, from Florida, out of Wahoo's Saloon, the great Jimmy Farrow. Jimmy, how are you?
Lovely. How are you, sir?
So, Jimmy, we're doing this big push, and last week we had the great Greg Gagne on. What'd you think of Greg?
He was great. I was actually very surprised. For some reason, I thought Greg might be very reserved and maybe surly, and he wasn't. He was great. He was very cool to hang out with, and he didn't know how to get the hell off his laptop afterwards. Nobody knows this, but after the show ended, there's Greg. He can't figure out how to get off the live feed. I'm like, close your laptop. He's like, okay, see you tomorrow if this doesn't work.
Unplug it, throw it out your window.
It was hilarious.
And then this is another show where I've got to tell the advertisers I'm not taking a commercial break here, right? Because we've got the great Rockin Robin. But before we get into that, man, I just had to ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
We usually open up with news, and then we'll ask Rockin Robin what she thinks of the news, blah, blah, blah. But I want to go this route with you, and then I'm going to go to Robin after it. I was thinking I was at work. And by the way, I just got to mention something, right? So you know my real job in life, right? And a commercial comes on for a transportation company. And I can't stand that transportation company. I'm watching. I'm like, oh, how do I get this off my feed, right? Because they've jacked up so many of my loads. Forget about it. It's crazy. But
they're trash. They're trash.
The usual way I would mention their name because I could care less. But at this point, it doesn't matter. Anyway,
okay.
I was listening, because I don't watch YouTube, at work while I was running some reports, and they an old Family Feud came on with what was that guy, Dawson? Help me.
Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson, yeah. And it was the Brady Bunch against somebody else. And then I saw Marsha. What's her real name? Help me out.
Marsha's real name?
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Maureen
McCormick.
Maureen McCormick.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, go
and
ahead.
Florence Henderson, by the way, was looking great in that thing too. So I was thinking,
right.
Jimmy, who was your celebrity crush growing up? Not teenage, preteen.
It's probably Marsha.
Wow, really?
It's probably Marsha. Well, think about it. I'm 7 years old in 1974, and the Brady Bunch is all over the tube. It was the first, and she was. I was like, nothing works yet. It's not like anything's working down there, but I mean, something's working. I guess it's the eyes. I was like, oh wow, Marsha.
It's not working down there, but the eyes will work.
Well,
Okay.
it's not.
Well, there
It's
you go.
not ready. It's not ready for full function. You're just 7. Listen, if it's ready when you're 7, holy rocket to heaven. What are you talking about?
Well, I'll tell you, I was a Susan Day Partridge Family guy. Susan Day was smoking.
Okay.
All right. So now I understand. Now you're a teenager and you're watching professional wrestling. And we don't discriminate on Monty DeFaro. So whatever you say, you won't be judged, okay? I want to open up with that. So who was your pro wrestling crush?
Wow, I have to think about that. I actually have to think about that. I don't know if I had one. I might not have even had one.
Really? Not Greg Valentine?
Oddly, not what?
Not Greg Valentine?
Greg's a chick?
It doesn't have to be a chick. I said we don't judge here.
So basically man, woman, or animal? Is that what you're getting
Doesn't
at?
matter.
What are
We
you
don't
getting
judge.
at?
You could crush on anybody you'd like. I've man crushed
Well,
many a time.
The ring posts were awfully sexy.
Oh,
I mean, what
boy.
are you getting at? What are you getting
All right,
at?
I'll tell you what I'm
No!
getting at. This is what I'm getting at. The guest on the other side, we're going to introduce now, without her thinking I'm some kind of pervert. I was crushing on her like crazy. The great Rockin Robin. Rockin Robin, thank you for joining Monty the Pharaoh. How are you?
I'm good.
Wow.
Thanks for having me. And that's a nice surprise.
Oh,
Just to start off with.
listen, I before we even get this thing going, I got to tell you, I crushed on you like crazy, and now that I see you, like I've seen you obviously on other interviews and on these documentaries and everything else, and obviously you're a beautiful woman, but I mean, looking at you straight up in studio, I'm still crushing on you. So, but don't worry, I'm in New York. I can't get through the computer, but I got to tell you. Let me ask you something. As a woman, is it insulting when a man mentions your beauty? Like, is that unprofessional? I always wonder if that's out of line.
No, I mean, I me personally, I don't take offense to it. No. I mean, I guess you'd have to be flattered. Most of the time, you're flattered. It's, I don't know.
I mean, the reason I ask that, Rob, is this, right?
Yeah.
When you have these interviewers, right? When they're interviewing a man, they don't go, okay, well, we're going to speak to the handsome Jimmy something, right? But when they're speaking to the women, the beautiful or the very attractive, right? It's like, why, is that a bad lead-in? Like, this could be,
no.
Okay, very good.
No. And I mean, because it could be worse. It could be, it could be the other way, Yeah, she's here, she's alive.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, Robin, you
Looks
look like you just
came
woke.
Looks like she just came out of the grave, but yeah, she's here with us.
Wow, here she is, straight from the grave.
Yeah.
Welcome.
So beautiful, whatever you want to say, I'll take that.
All right, well, I'm going to ask you, what was your celebrity crush?
Oh God, over any entertainment,
any form of entertainment
genre?
didn't matter. Yeah, it even could be a C-level celebrity. We'll even go that low.
Oh God, I don't know if I've ever been asked that.
Tough questions here on Monty the Pharaoh.
Yeah, I might have to starting out with a hard one there. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm totally blank. I don't know who. I know I had plenty. I know I had plenty that I loved, looked up to. God, not one comes to mind right now. That's crazy.
That's okay. That's all right.
Okay.
But
if I in a little while just shout out.
How about like let me throw out a name for you. Let's make it easier for you. Let's rank them.
Okay.
How about Mike Brady from the Brady Bunch?
What?
No, probably not. Greg, yes.
Greg,
There we
look
go.
at that, a little Greg. How about Peter? Peter or Greg?
Well, Greg first, and then when they grew up,
First.
and then I saw Peter. What is it?
Chris Knight. Yeah.
Chris Knight, yeah. And then saw him after so many years, and I was like, ooh. I mean, that Peter grew up nice.
Ooh, Peter's grown.
Nicely.
Let me put you in this scenario. You're in high school with the Brady kids, and Peter's there and Greg's there, but Peter's going through that voice change that he did in that one episode.
Yeah.
Does Robin date Peter with the voice change?
I don't know. I don't see why not.
Well, what if he said it? What if he said it to you like this? Please go out with me.
Oh my God!
I guess I would have to ask. Depends on where we're going. As long as we go somewhere you don't speak, we'll be okay.
Oh my God. Oh boy.
All
Well,
right.
Mike, you've gone totally to left field. What's in center?
You're in center, Jimmy.